everybody's telling you to grind, right? Every time you look up, every time you listen to something, and you're on social media, everything is yeah, get your grind on. So get your money up, not your funny up. All those type of things that you hear people say, right? Work harder, sleep less, stay hungry. But nobody's telling you about what the grind is doing to your mind, right? So let me ask you this: is hustle culture building us or breaking us? Um, let's talk about it tonight. So, that's what we're here to do. So let's go ahead, slide it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, man, it's a great day. It's a great day. You know what? I'm excited about the subject that we're gonna be talking about this episode, man. It's something that everybody talks about all the time. Everybody want to get their hustle on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think they out here doing it big. Everybody think they, meant to be businessmen and women. But hey, you already know. It's no filters, no scripts, it's the truth. You tapped into the Fiyah Session. So y'all already know how we got to do it before we jump in. We got to make sure everybody good before we go on this adventure. So Trish Michelle, how art thou today?
Oh man, I'm good. I mean, I just came back from New Orleans. So remember I said I was gonna go. So I left, came back probably about less than 48 hours back, and I'm tired.
I'm tired, boss.
You need a vacation from the vacation, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you come back, you gotta catch up on sleep. You feel like you just you ain't right yet. So I mean, outside of that though, I'm good. I had a great time. I love going for the food. Like that's my thing. Like we ate good out there. And
Did you eat some chicken?
you know what? Let me tell you, I went and ate chicken, and let me tell you why. And it was only because
Uh-huh.
I got baited into it. Because we was leaving Bourbon
Uh-huh.
Street at like 3 in the morning, right? We about to leave and hit the corner on Canal. And as we come to it, one of the girls turned back and was like, wait. And like the dude, everybody like, wait for what? She like, I want some chicken strips. And I'm like, well, if you want chicken strips, you gotta go back to Voodoo. Like it's back here, get you some chicken strips. So she go back. I haven't had that in like years. So one of them was like, man, the chicken, you gotta try the wings, the hot wings. So they had Voodoo wings
Mm-hmm.
and they was fresh out. They was like,
Uh-huh.
I had to taste one of them joints. And
Fresh.
when I tell you, mm-mm,
Ooh.
yes, praise the Lord. It was
Fresh.
amazing. It was amazing. See now, hold on now, because that's the same thing that I told him I wasn't gonna do, but I was in New Orleans. So that fried chicken was fire. The voodoo batter was fire. But that was the
Okay.
only time I had chicken because outside of that, I had the charbroiled oysters, I
Uh-huh.
had crawfish, I had etouffee, I had everything that you think of that was authentic from out there. Beignets always, of course. Like, whew, I was just eating. And
Put
so now I'm about to start
all I
my
need to do
cleanse.
is put you in E flat. All I need to do is put you in E flat and just say I had some chicken. That's it. And
No, because I
I
mean,
think I'll
if I even though it was
understand.
good, it still was the lowest part of all the meals. Like everything else was
But you
better.
had some chicken though.
Doesn't matter.
Three black people talking about chicken, as the homie said in the comment section. But that's all right. It's typical. It's all right. This is
It's
just
always
it
all right
just
because
settles. It's among us.
everybody else always want chicken more than we do.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I was just
Hmm.
about to say. Like that's the misnomer out there that black people and chicken. Everybody eats chicken, bruh. I don't care
Hmm.
where
Fact.
you are, who you are, what race you are, what ethnicity you are, what category you fall in. Everybody eats chicken.
Yep.
Period.
Chicken.
But but oh
Uh-huh.
well, we are excited that you had a good time in New Orleans, and we're glad that you're back safely, and that maybe you can get a little rest, and maybe you can get a little detox in and be ready. You know what I'm saying? After this week, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
hey,
I'm just get myself
Ain't no
together.
rest.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ain't no
Oh, I've been
rest.
sleeping. I
But
wake up, do a little house job, go back to sleep, wake up, do another one, change the load, go back to sleep. Yeah. I've been getting some naps in. I think I'm good finally.
Facts. All right, so we gonna entertain this a little bit. So he's saying you like SRTs, don't you? Actually, sir, we all drive European vehicles. We all drive foreign
Thank you.
vehicles, sir. Thank you very much. But
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
anyway,
so I mean,
yeah,
And if it was gonna be, it would have been SRT. It would be a Hellcat. But anyway,
yeah.
drive,
Well, we drive European cars,
yeah.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
driving foreign. I'd rather live enormous than be dormant.
Die dormant. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Period.
So Benji Banks, the man,
Stamp with the
brand.
iron horse.
So Benji Banks, the man, the brand. What you doing, man? What you got going on, man? How you doing today?
Man, listen, this song is stuck in my head. It's called "It's Already Done" by the Anointed Pay Sisters, and it's got that Mary J. Blige bop to it. And that joint is fire. All right. So it's been stuck in my spirit for, all day. So I'm just excited that the things that I'm reaching for, the things I'm going for, they're already done. So that's like my calling card, my thing today. But other than that, man, every now and then you got to get a word or get something special in your spirit and allow it to carry you throughout your day. And sometimes it's just something simple as some fried chicken, Patricia. It'll carry you through your whole day. And
see, you're perpetuating the stereotype right there.
Because he clearly can't even move on throughout his day without chicken.
Facts.
I mean,
let alone his conversation.
I tell white folks, Caucasian, what you want to call them, from the mountains of Caucasus, whatever, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. As a matter of fact, it's crazy, Ken. I just saw a place for sale called Beech, Beech. I'm forgetting that last name of it. It's for sale in Cathedral City. And guess what? Korean fried chicken. And the price on it is super dope. So I'm just saying,
Korean fried chicken,
no
is
matter
fire.
what they say out there, it is a fire. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so we're gonna stop perpetuating the
But this episode
stereotype
has
and
nothing to
talking
do
about chicken. You know what I'm saying?
with all them
come
chickens.
on, man. I asked you how was you doing. I ain't say nothing about no chicken.
Well, clearly he clucking.
I'm doing all right because
Facts. Big
I'm doing all right because these great things are popping up.
Go on, just what's the sound?
That's about
Give
it,
us a snippet of that song. Sing it for us.
It's
No,
already
we don't need
done.
that.
Already done. Oh man, I'm telling you. Listen, Anointed Pay
Okay, you're
Sisters,
done now. It's
go
already
pull
done.
it up.
You're done. You're done. It's already done.
Facts.
Ken, we'll take it back to you.
Yeah, because definitely, you're done. So you sung it, and it's fitting. So there it is.
It's fire.
All right. Well, I'm glad both of you all are doing amazing. I'm doing great. It's a great week. It's got a lot going on. As I told y'all previously, I'm in the season of shooting films. So every weekend is shooting movie scenes and for upcoming projects we got. And I'm also going to be starring in some of those projects. So it's a different feel when you are shooting the scenes and then you're in some of the scenes that you're shooting. So, you get a chance to be on both sides of the camera. So, I'm learning a lot. And, hopefully we can get these projects pushed out and everybody can enjoy them and we can start working on some other stuff. I told the guys that I think it'd be good if we worked on some skits too, because everybody seems to like the social media skits and things of that nature. So just to sharpen our skills and just to, start pumping out more projects and more content and get everything going, because the production company that we're using now is us. It's our own. So we're doing it ourselves.
Right.
So I'm having fun with that and learning a lot. And of course, grandbaby number one is still baking in the oven.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting for her to pull up. As Benji said, waiting for the baby to pull up. So, just getting ready for that. And life is good, man. Can't complain at all.
Yeah, but hold on. We just not let you pass up the fact that I ain't seen this in a minute. You posted a picture of you in the blue suit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you seen that?
Blue suit.
So
the suit was fire. The suit was fire. The suit was fire.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about that before we move on and get into the topic. I hadn't bought suits in years, right? You know what I'm saying? And as
Right.
if you watch the show, you know I talk about it here and there. My weight loss journey, like I had gained a little bit more weight, and I was
Mhm.
really big kin for real. So I lost weight, and I needed some new suits, man, because my other suits was mad baggy. I look like a lawyer that's
Don't
gonna
fit.
lose your case. So you know what I'm saying? Like I had to get some suits that fit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you see people in court and you see their lawyer with a baggy suit on, they gonna lose.
Roman
So
J. Esquire.
so yeah, so I had to step it up and get some suits, man. And I'm in a process of getting some modeling done too. So trying to step into that role a little bit more.
Get to
So
it.
just trying to broaden
Okay.
my horizons, man. Just
We
take a
just be
swing at
brushing on
Yeah,
past it.
yes,
Like
sir.
you doing big things, big Ken.
eh, you
I mean,
know, eh,
he just glossing over the fact, it's all right
Like,
though. It's all right
should
though.
do some
But it's
movies.
cool
I'm
though.
a,
It's all,
I'm a,
it's cool though.
producing. I'm a star in it too. That.
Every day,
Yeah, shoot.
every day I'm
Round of
hustling.
applause.
Every day I'm hustling.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just saying.
that's fitting because that's what we're talking about tonight. So we might as well
Yeah.
fire this thing up and let the
Yes,
people
sir.
know we're talking about hustle culture, right? Um, the lifestyle has been glorified as success. We've been hearing it all our lives. Nas has a line that says sleep is the cousin of death. And people just, have
Mm.
gravitated to that because they're like, oh man, I don't need no sleep. So, but the problem with that is it might actually be leading to a lot of people having burnout. To be honest, we live in a time where if you're working, posting, building, chasing something, it feels like you're falling behind still when you're doing all that. So social media makes it feel like everybody's winning, everybody's grinding, everybody's leveling up. But what we don't see is the exhaustion behind it. Like these people are burnt out. So I mean, the first question I have for y'all is have you ever felt burnt out, but you keep pushing anyway, Trisha Michelle?
Yeah, all the damn time. Like I juggle a lot. And it'll be times where you don't realize it. And time is flying, of course. Time waits for nobody. So these days just turn into weeks and the months and the years. But before you know it, like you'll have a moment, or at least I know I have. I can't speak for everybody else, but I have moments where I'm like, yo, like this is a lot. Like I need a second. Like or I don't want to do any of this today. Like I don't want to do nothing, but I will, which we'll probably get into, take necessary measures to separate myself so that I can have resets like New Orleans or things like that that I need to reset the burnout so I could just burn out again, which is pretty sad. It's the thing we call life, huh? But yeah, it
Right.
Facts.
happens.
Facts. Benji Banks. I know you be out there hustling, man. Have you ever felt like that before? You just kept it pushing, even though you was burnt out?
I think mine comes from when I'm eating bad. Like you go through
Mm,
your phases where you kind of stressed out a little bit. So you just start eating just recklessly. And then your body starts responding. And then now you ain't got the energy you used to have. Like usually that's like my thing. Because I'm like a 5, 6 hour sleeper. Like I don't sleep a whole bunch. That's just my body clock. I wake up instantly. And when you're in go mode, like I think the craziest thing is when you're mentally just not in it. Like I just need to shut all this down. And but them bills, them kids, the wife, the church, the the business, that business. And when you out there dating that girl, that girl, that girl, and that girl is like in your ball in your sphere, like you just keep going and you be stuck for a minute. So I think for me, most of the time, now that I'm in this space, it for me, if I don't eat right, it's I feel lousy, man. And you can feel lousy for weeks, and that's not good. So that's kind of usually my thing right there.
Yeah,
yeah,
facts. I was gonna say there's different versions: mental, emotional, physical. Because shoot, mentally, you burn out. My brain still be going when I'm trying to go to sleep. So it be still
Facts.
trying to keep going through the burnout. I'll be like, yo, we gotta quiet down up in there. Let me get sleep. So
Facts.
yeah, that burnout
That is
shows
a
up in
fact.
different ways.
yeah. I think what both of y'all said, of course, is big factors. Especially with for me with the food. I can tell the difference since I've been
Hmm.
doing intermittent fasting since July. Like I'm not nearly as tired and burnt out as I was before then because the portions I'm eating and when I'm eating, right? My
Right.
cutoff time is 7 p.m. So by the time I go to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm good. My food is digested. I'm not feeling full. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is processed. So when I actually do get
Mm-hmm.
into bed, the only thing I have to work on is letting the phone go before I go to bed, because
Oh,
that has your brain still turning and still going. And then you put that down and then you try to go to sleep, but your brain is still going. So it takes you a while to
yep.
actually fall asleep and stay asleep when you get to sleep. So the biggest thing is, I think, for a lot of people, is not the fact that they don't get sleep, is just they don't get quality sleep.
Quality
So
sleep.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. That's
that's
mine.
that's
I
the
get
big
sleep.
thing,
I don't get
because
quality sleep.
because if you sleep for 6 or 7 hours, it sounds good, but if you're not getting quality sleep, if you sleep for 6 or 7 hours and you're waking up 3 or 4 times, that's not quality sleep.
Yeah.
So you're still
Right.
not going to feel rested, even though you feel like you've had enough sleep. So cheat code for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand this or might not believe it, but I went and bought the newest Apple Watch just because, and it don't have to be Apple Watches. A lot of smart watches out there to track your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a watch that tracks your sleep, because it'll tune you in to when you're getting rest, when you're not, and what you did that day to lead up to bedtime, to see what works on those days where you got good rest. And for mine, the Apple Watch actually gives me a sleep score. So, I'm
Mm-hmm.
competitive, man. I've always been an A student. So I don't like
Right.
getting failing grades, even on my sleep
Right.
score. So I know if I'm in the 70s or 80s, I got work to do. That means I need to get in bed a little bit earlier. I need to make sure that I cut some of the stuff out. Make sure that you're not consuming sugary stuff or stuff,
All
energy
day.
drinks, things like that, anytime
That's a
close
fact.
to the time that you go to bed, because it's going to disrupt your sleep pattern, right? And you're not going to be able to sleep soundly. So it's just things like that. And like y'all said too, you can be a bunch of ways. You can be burnt out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just doesn't have to be, emotionally, mentally, physically. It could be a number of different things. It could be a combination of those things too. So if you're gonna be hustling, that's one thing for sure. You
Get your
have
sleep.
to be in tune with your body, right? Like
Yes.
Facts.
like you got to work
N-
out. You got to be in tip top shape if you're gonna really, hustle at the highest levels.
Now, one of the things I will say, because it helps me sleep soundly, is I got this 25 and 1 magnesium, bruh. It lets you sleep like a baby. And it's super dope. So I take it pretty much every night. And man, you wake up, because again, I'm a 6 hour sleeper. So I don't sleep a whole bunch, but I need to sleep soundly. And I think that's where my energy comes from, because I sleep soundly. So when I get up, like I'm in go mode, like I'm out the bed, I'm out, I'm ready to go. And again, that only deficit is when you're not eating right. But if you get that sound sleep, man, it'll give you some dope energy for sure.
That's a fact. Because you can't be on top of your game, hustling, moving around, shaking and baking, and mental clarity is the biggest
Right,
thing that comes from rest. Because if you're groggy and you got, what I'm saying, you got a cloudy brain when you go in and you talking about hustling, doing business, making deals, you're gonna come up
right.
short. Because
Fact.
you're not gonna be thinking soundly, you're not gonna be
Mm.
thinking right, you're not gonna be
It
going through the
ain't
right
firing off
process.
like it's supposed to, man.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be
Right.
at the top of your game. So you shorten yourself
Yeah.
by thinking that, hey, well, I'm not gonna sleep as much because I can get this done and that done. All right. But you might be able to do some of that stuff, but eventually your body's gonna get what it needs.
Right.
It will. That's a fact. You ain't lying about that. The body will take it, and you will pause, but it will
Take
take
that, take
the
that.
sleep, and you will be feeling like you were drugged. You can't wake up, but I be loving that sleep, man. Just let me sleep.
She said she liked that sleep when
Right.
when her the body just come up behind us. Go to sleep. Go to
Just
sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah.
take me down.
Chokehold.
And I'm just like, all right.
Oh man.
get,
All right.
get you one of them weighted blanket joints. Have you in a
You know what?
chokehold in the middle of
You
the
know
night.
Hey,
what?
do they really work? Because I've really contemplated getting a weighted
Man,
blanket.
Listen, that is the cheat code
listen,
too. I have two.
facts.
I started out with a 12-pound,
Hmm.
12-pound weighted blanket, but your boy's a tall guy. So that 12-pound blanket was not heavy enough and it was not long enough.
Uh-huh.
So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let me step it up. So I went and got a king size 25-pound
Mm-hmm.
blanket, weighted blanket. And listen, when I
Every
tell
night.
you, man,
Every night.
it has changed my life, literally. Like I sleep
Now,
so
Feel
now
like
soundly.
somebody hugging
are
you.
they like thick? Are they gonna be sweating?
Yeah,
Like I don't want.
You can
they're weighted.
Are
they're
there?
different
No, I
ones.
know, but
Yeah.
is there different
Right.
versions? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
to get like a big
Mm-hmm.
old huge quilted
Yeah,
like whatever.
nah,
But
it
okay.
there you don't have to get like the ones I have are not a thick version of it. They're weighted,
Mm-hmm.
but they're breathable.
They're
Like
not
they're
super
not
thick,
hot.
yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
so you can get ones that are heated and weighted and all kinds of stuff. But just the ones that I have, I'll have to shoot you the link for the one that I
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, it definitely has changed my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Tremendously.
Sleep like a baby. Do you hear me?
Like
Yeah,
for real.
y'all just reminded me. I forgot I was supposed to look into that. So yes,
Yeah.
send me that
Yeah.
information.
And
Yeah, for
you
real.
really want to go gangster with it. Make sure you got the right pillows. Fool around and get you a sober Kawa pillow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. These
Yep.
are all
Yeah.
important. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. All right. So hustle culture started as motivation, right? When we started hearing about that, it was basically talking about it to motivate you to do stuff. I remember Outkast had a song "Get Up, Get Out." You know what I'm saying? And that was
Yeah.
one of the
Get
songs
some.
where they
Yeah.
talk about basically just getting up, getting out, doing something, making something of yourself, not being lazy, you know what I'm saying, and being caught up in that mentality of I'm just gonna chill with my friends, I'm just gonna do this and that. Nah, get up and do something. Get up and be active and get up and, make something of yourself. As your parents used to say, get up and make something of yourself. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it started out as, but it quickly snowballed because somewhere along the way it turned into pressure, right? And I think the pressure came from before social media came from music videos, TV shows that showed people being successful and showed them living a certain type of lifestyle that they attained from hustling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Attained from the hustle culture. So I think that's where it started, and just social media just took it to a whole new level because now
Yeah.
you have people, as we say, showing you the highlights of their life, and it makes you feel like, dang, what am I doing wrong? I ain't got that kind of
Right.
car.
Right.
I ain't got
Right.
that kind of house. I don't have those kind of clothes. But I ain't gonna lie to you, for a lot of those people, what you don't see is they got tons of credit card bills and bad credit because they've,
Facts.
what I'm saying, savaged
Ev-
that stuff off.
Everything on them cards.
Yeah, to try
On the
to make
verge of bankruptcy. That's a fact.
yeah, to try to make it seem a certain way, and they really not out
Mhm.
here hustling like you think. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Now, now
As
here's
they
a
say,
weird
they hustling backwards.
Yeah.
facts.
Facts.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that because there's the dude, the Atlanta podcaster who is being sued, actually getting fed time for jail for his $3.7 million in fraud on credit cards. So like
Mm-mm.
people are telling you their highlights, they showing you like, all of this stuff, but I'm telling you that they scamming, that they hustling people just as fast as you hustling and trying to get it. They trying to take it away from you the best way that they can, and they not showing you that part because again, everybody's hustling, but everybody ain't hustling legitly. Some of these folks got a full-fledged scam going on, and you got to be smart with what you're doing out here too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know what? Scamming is glorified now, though. I remember back in the
It
day,
sure
it used to
is.
be
Facts.
bad to be known as a scammer. Now it's glorified. You say you got people. You look at some of these baddie shows and stuff. You should be like, girl, I be boosting my ass off.
Or she'd be like,
Like,
"Oh, girl, I need a scammer."
Right,
like
bootlegging like a mug out here.
be like you just admitted on national TV that you're a booster, and
Mm,
you wearing that like a badge of honor. Like, come on. But hey, if that's what people look at that. Some people look at that and say that's hustling. That's the thing.
yeah,
And let's say this. Let's say
there's
this. Let me
definitions of hustling. That is
let
the
me
hustle,
clear
but
let me clear this up. When people say it's a hustle, that doesn't mean that I'm tricking you. It
mm,
doesn't mean that, what I'm saying, because we have that misnomer when somebody said, well, I got hustled. I got hustled out my money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it has a
yeah,
negative connotation to it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, people. When you say hustling, that means, like, for us, if you grew up playing sports, you know your coach told you to hustle. That means work
The
a little
hustle,
harder. That means
putting
push
in work.
yourself.
Right, right,
Yeah, that means push yourself, you know what I'm saying, to achieve, you know what I'm saying, higher heights. So that's what we say. That's what we mean by when we say we hustle.
right,
And we talking about hustle culture. Now, when somebody talking about they got hustle, that's the other side of the hustle called
Yeah,
scamming. That means you got
right.
scammed. So that's what we don't call that hustling, or we call that getting
yeah. We
scammed.
need to no longer tie the two words together because you got scammed.
Finessing.
You
You
got
got
Yeah,
finesse.
finessed.
You
finessed.
got
Is that the new
finesse.
word?
That
You got
no,
Yeah,
that is the
finessed.
word.
Finessing.
you got finessed 2 times.
Hmm.
Finesse 2 times. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Two,
you
not
know
more,
what
not
too?
once. 2 times.
Yeah, yeah. You know what too? You know what I just thought about too? When what's his name? Kevin Gates came up with the song "I Don't Get Tired."
Hmm.
So when he came up with that song too, that was another song that motivated. It became the mantra for a lot of people. I don't get tired. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates said he don't get tired. I
Hmm.
don't get tired. I'm just gonna keep
And
working.
folks just be lying out here, be tired as hell, look toe the hell up, health toe up, face
Looking,
toe up. Like, get
it's
some
in your
sleep.
pores, fam. I can see. Get you some sleep. It's in your eyes. You look like, yeah, you look like you're about to fall over. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's the point of you doing all that hustling and you can't even enjoy it? Like, and you tired all the time because you hustling the whole time. Like, hustle, that's fine, but damn.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah,
You have to have some breaks in there, because a lot of people, they'll say, no days off, no breaks, no excuses. And if you're tired, you're being told that you're not working hard enough, which is crazy. So, but what I want to ask you all, backtrack a little bit, what I want to ask you all is, with hustle culture, do you feel like it's motivation, or do you feel like it's more pressure than anything?
I would say it is motivation.
Okay.
It just depends on, for me, what you are actually hustling for. Like what is the end goal of your hustle? If you're just going out every day and you're hustling backwards, I mean, and you putting your family in all types of drama, and you know what I'm saying, like it's not suitable. But if you're reaching a goal, like I know it takes you years to get that doctorate degree. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you're gonna have to eat some noodles unless you come from a well family or whatever. So you're gonna have to eat some noodles. If you come from the hood, you get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody giving you nothing. So you're gonna have to hustle a little bit different. You're gonna have to get up earlier because you probably ain't got no car. You're gonna probably have to catch the bus. You get what I'm saying? And the bus, you know what I'm saying? It probably take you 2 hours to get there. But if you had a car, you know what I'm saying, you could get there in maybe 30, 35 minutes. But sometimes the hustle just depends on your goals, what you're actually going for. And then, you know what I'm saying, you determine from there. But if you're just wilding out, I mean, it's kind of pointless to a degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the hustle can be inspiring, but at the same time, all that glitters ain't gold.
Right.
So at the end goal and what everyone's going for and what they're trying to obtain, like, yeah, of course, that's what's got you inspired. But then if you hear someone else's story about how they got there, and they'll started from the bottom, now we here. That's always great to see everything that you achieved to get there, that you had to go through. But let's be honest, no one wants to go through all of that to get there. But so it's
Right.
not, it's inspiring, but at the same time it's tiring. So no
Mhm.
one's excited to jump through 50 million hoops to get to where they want to be
Right.
at.
Right.
So the hustle is required. But if anybody could opt out of the hustle and get the end goal, I'm pretty sure all of us would. They would skip
Yeah.
the hustle. The hustle is it's inspiring to an extent.
Yeah, but see,
I would
that's
agree. I would agree.
and see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people see the end result and like, ooh,
Hmm.
I want to do that. I think I'm gonna do that. And again, just as we always point out, with even with the podcast, journey, a lot of people
Yeah.
see people on the air talking and doing these things, but they don't see what goes on behind the scenes. And then they start
Right.
out, and then by episode 5 or 6, they're washed. They're
Yeah.
burnt out. They don't know. They don't want to do it no more. They start becoming inconsistent, and next thing you know, they're not doing it anymore. So everything comes with work, and but this is the thing. So here's the truth: most people don't say. A lot of people who are grinding ain't grinding because they inspired by something. They grinding out of straight fear. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
survival.
fear to
True.
fall behind,
True.
fear to fail. They're afraid of what people will think if they slow
Yeah,
down or if
that
they,
too.
see them out in public. So they just keep going, even if they're mentally drained. So to me, that's not ambition anymore. That's survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Keeping
could
up
be
with the Joneses.
interesting too, because when you get to a certain space in your hustle, you definitely don't want to go back to being broke and being without. So you kind of push in a little different way, but that's where we get into you got to move smarter. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that fear of being broke, man, ain't nothing worse than being on top, having it, being able to go where you want to go, do what you want to do, invite in your life who you want to invite in your life. And then when you lose all of that, to have to go back to kind of basic life, you know what I'm saying? You ain't driving the foreigns no more. It's back to the bus. Listen, that could be pretty depressing. So you got to move smarter for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of that, what you just talked about, lately, probably within the past few months, I saw that story about Sebastian Telfair. Can you
Hmm.
imagine that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being at one point in time one of the top, if not the top, high school player in the country,
Hmm.
on the front of magazines.
Yep.
Everybody wants you. You're hanging out with Jay-Z. You're hanging out with Rockefeller. You're part of their camp. You got news people following you around. You can't your high school games have to be played at college stadiums because there's so many people that want to see you play. And then your NBA career ends, you go through some rough times, and you end up back in the same projects that you grew up in.
That's tough. And it's crazy
Man,
enough is I've been at that point, and I mean not like going to jail and all that type of stuff, but fraud or anything like that. But again, when you've made it out of some situations, you don't realize when you get there, there's a new mindset you have to have. Like there's a new way you have to move. There's new things to be learned, and you in this new space. And it's one thing because you ain't never really had to manage money yourself, and now you got 100,000 like at your disposal, or and you can do that. And when that's gone, like you can, yeah, it can be pretty crazy. And if you ain't never had 100,000, it's different. You get what I'm saying? So to know how to move with your money, I know everybody wants to hustle, but man, listen, once you get to a certain space, you got to know how to invest your money and do all that now, because you can easily be right back in the hood, broke and looking crazy, and everybody think you still got it, but you don't, because you know what I'm saying. It's easy to put up a front, so you got to be careful.
yeah, you got to educate yourself within that hustle.
Right,
Can't maintain it.
right.
Yeah, you got to surround yourself with the right people. Sometimes everybody can't go with you to the top. You know what I'm
That
saying?
too,
Facts.
man. Some of the
As you
people
as
looking
you
for your
elevate,
downfall.
yeah, well, as you elevate, as they say, the illustration, as you elevate, just like
Hmm.
a hot air balloon, you got to drop some of that weight, and some of that
Facts.
Hmm.
weight is people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
like
fact.
like everybody can't go with you. So
That's a
I think
fact.
I think a lot of these guys, especially the athletes and the rappers and things like that, they've learned that over time, like all these big entourages and stuff like that, like you can't have that stuff. You can't have these folks
Yeah,
around you because these hangers on, because all they doing is just there. And if you're gonna have your friends around, give them a job. You know what I'm saying? Employ them, help have them doing something for you and earn their keep. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like it's one of those things where nobody gets a free ride around here. Everybody's got
Hmm.
to pull their weight. Make them understand that they got to hustle too. I'm out here hustling on the court. I'm out here hustling in the studio or hustling in the corporate boardroom or whatever I'm doing. So
yeah.
if you're around me, like we got to be like minded. Or
Right,
Hmm.
I can be cool with you, but I can be cool with you from afar.
Oh yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people you got to hold their arms length for a reason, right? Because you don't want them around you and rubbing off on you and bringing you down. So, because listen, when you done put in a lot of work, and anybody who's a real hustler who knows that they built something from the ground up or put in a lot of work, they know the days that they were tired, dead tired. They know the days they didn't get sleep. They know the hours they put in to whatever they're doing. and they not trying to give it up just that fast, right? So, or lose it because of somebody else, you know what I'm saying, somebody else's mistakes. So, I mean, it's those type of things that people have to start looking at and start remembering. And if you're around people that, you know, are your friends or locked into the group like that, like sometimes you got to remind them, hey
True.
man, hey man, you got I'm doing what I need to be doing to be around you. But what about, you know, old boy over there? You know what I'm saying? He just hanging
Right.
around, ain't doing nothing. Hey man, we might need to find something for him to do.
Man, if we all in this boat and I'm the only one rowing, or we all living in this and I'm the only
Facts.
one carrying the bricks, listen, exhaustion gonna hit you at some point, and you're gonna eventually have to say something. I mean, we know you got to keep going because we know everybody don't have a drive. But listen, ain't nothing wrong with stopping and pausing and saying, you know what, look here, man. Look, you need to get up, do something. Like I remember it's funny, Ken, when I came from Texas out here to Cali. I'm used to getting up whenever I want. Like we didn't have to work. You get what I'm saying? I get up whenever I want. Like we didn't have no job. We weren't doing none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We was hustling, but we got up whenever we wanted. I come to Cali and Unc is getting up, and my aunt getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they getting dressed and they driving and they hitting the freeway. He like, listen, son, when we up, you get up.
Facts.
Like I know you ain't leaving to go nowhere because you ain't got no job, you ain't got this, but he was instilling something in me that support the people that are around you. Like in my mind at that time, I wasn't thinking get up, make sure they got water, make sure they got this, make sure they got. I could have been making, you know what I'm saying, the sandwiches to send them out or whatever. I wasn't thinking like that, but he was like, listen, when we get up, you get up. And I'm like, yeah, what time y'all get up? He's like, we up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, man, because they needed to hit the road. And then I saw their regimen. Like he's getting up, boom, living in Mobile, headed to
I say that
Pomona.
traffic.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So like I didn't know, I didn't understand that hustle when it was first introduced to me. Because he's like, we get up, you need to be up. And I think that's very beneficial to somebody. If you're watching somebody do it, don't just stand back and watch them do it. You get what I'm saying? When these folks is running a marathon, you know what I'm saying? Be folks on the side for 4-5 miles down the road, ready to hand them some water. You get what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. But if you ain't teaching folks to hustle, if you're allowing them to be folks on the sideline, then you're gonna have trouble. So
Facts. All right. So next question is, when do you know it's time to slow down, Trish Michelle? Like for you, what's an indicator that, you know what, I'm burnt out, I need a break, I need to slow down, I need to take some time to myself?
vacation time.
No, I mean, sometimes I'll notice that I'm not getting anything done for myself on my own list.
Right.
And then that's when I'm like, hold on, I'm doing too much for everybody else. Like I need to dial it down and reset, focus on myself. Or my body will tell me for sure. I get that pain up here, up in this back neck, just stress where I'm like, yo, I can feel it. Like I
Right.
need a massage and a couple days off. But outside of that, like mentally, emotionally, it'll show up too. Like I'm just like either one
Fussy.
irritated. Yeah, fussy comes in when I'm burnt out from whatever this house looking like and ain't popping like it should be. They gonna get that one. And then emotionally, like I just be drained. Like I just sometimes I step back, guys. I get quiet. Like and, you know, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong. I just need just need to take myself away from all of it. Get a little introvert real quick, so that I don't crash out on my burnout.
Right.
You need some Calgon, take me away.
Take me away.
And then that's when I gotta take a little vacay.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay. All right, Benji. How about you, man? How you know you need to slow down? When you know you need to take you a break?
When I'm ineffective, because I pride myself on finishing a thing. If you give it to me, I'm finishing it. I'm getting it done. When I notice myself not accomplishing and finishing things, like when I do my mental checklist and I'm looking down the stuff that I was supposed to have gotten done. And I know I've spent time on it, but I just haven't finished it. And I'm just ineffective. And nothing on that list is like done. That's when I'm like, boom, check. It's time to go to Marietta Hot Springs, or it's time to go to Glen Ivy Hot Springs. Put the phone down, detach from all of that, chill out for a little bit, and then come back to the program. Or something as simple as spend more time in prayer, spend more time in worship, because that's usually what God has to pull me back into, because that's kind of my reset for my mind. Like, that's where I go in that space to get the encouragement I need. And if I can come out of that space feeling 10 times bigger, you get what I'm saying? That's usually where I get my strength from. But if I'm ineffective and I ain't done stuff on my list, and my wife is funny, she'll ask me, did you get so-and-so done? Because you know I'm used to getting stuff done. That's like her know that, baby, you all right? And that's kind of the thing for me. So that's kind of how I flow.
Okay, yeah, those are great answers and very interesting for me. I mean, for me, I know when I need to slow down, because I tell people all the time, I'm a large individual, so it's not like most people when you say you get sleep and you can survive, like Benji said, off of 5 hours sleep, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna date myself with this one. We remember those old SUVs, the Excursion, the Ford Excursion, when they came out, the big joints. That's what I am. So when I go to fill up on sleep, like, I need a little bit more fuel than most, because because I gotta drag a lot of body around. So
Right.
I could tell, man, when I'm like just sleepy throughout the day and I know I've slept, I know I'm
Yeah.
overexerting myself. I know mentally I'm overexerting myself. Like, I need to slow down, take a beat, and you know what I'm saying, not I ain't talking about take a rest and play the video game or take a rest and
Like
edit
actual
some stuff.
sleep.
I mean, like, just go lay in the bed and put my phone down and read a book,
Yeah.
or just sometimes, man, just lay in the bed and just think, just be in your thoughts
Yeah, I be
for a little
doing that.
while. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite Trisha Michelle. I don't ride in my car in
Hey, from the
silence.
car to from the car to the house.
I ain't got to
They be
that
like,
point
you ain't
yet.
even my dude to come in and be like, you ain't watching TV? I be like,
No,
no,
just chilling.
no phone, no TV. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I'm telling you, if you can, I say this, if you can speak to yourself nicely, like, you don't need a whole bunch of distraction and noise, right? You can sit in just complete silence and just be super cool. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I drive sometimes, I turn the radio off
See?
and I just drive, and I just want to hear the wind blowing with the window down and just go. I do that sometimes too. So
No, I don't
yeah,
even care
man.
about none of that wind.
Yeah.
I don't need none of
No,
that.
I need the wind in my face sometimes. I'm like a dog. I need my face out the
Ooh, all
window a little
right,
bit.
little
I
butt.
need that.
Well, I mean, his name is Benji, so I
You
mean,
Yeah,
see, there you
Benji the
go.
dog.
See, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's it sometimes. But sometimes also what it is a thought is in your head that you're processing, that you're thinking about. And when you're a hustler, all of that is like part of getting the hustle done, because you're
It is
thinking
part of the
about,
hustle process. You ain't lying
right,
to let that
should
mind get to cooking.
right. Should I put 5,000 on this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Can I go this way? And can we make this amount of money? Should we buy this business? Should we do that? Should we sell this one? All of that. And sometimes you just need that space where you could just stop and think. And
Hmm.
sometimes that 40-minute drive getting to work is the best time in the world for you. And it helps for sure.
Yeah.
yeah. I think for me, just transparent moment. I think for me, my only problem with resting sometimes is I feel like when I'm resting, I'm falling behind. Like, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
something I could be doing other
Right.
than, sitting there, just even if I'm getting my mind right, just like I said, laying there and not doing nothing, just taking a beat for a minute. I feel like I should be doing something,
Right. Right.
because I'm
Yeah.
doing so much that it's like, oh man, I should be doing this right now. Let me look at this
Hmm.
script. let me rewrite part of the script while I'm laying here instead of just, being disciplined in the moment and saying, you know what?
Yeah.
No, you said 30 minutes, you said an hour, you just gonna lay here and just be in your thoughts. So you just you just
Yeah.
gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a bad kid with ADD, you know what I'm saying? Like ADHD.
I mean, yeah,
You
you
Like
gotta
I
get you
gotta
gotta
do
give
something.
yourself some
school
grace too, though.
suspension a lot, Ken. So
Yeah. So I mean,
ISS in this joint.
well,
You-
hey, don't be telling everybody my business, man. I'm telling
ah,
everybody my
Hey,
business,
you ain't the only one.
cause you was in there with me.
Was
Cause
in
you
there
was in
too.
there with me.
You know I was in there. They
you
treated
know,
the
look,
left-handed boy like a misfit in this joint. They was like, this nigga crazy.
Lord.
Get him
Nah,
out of
you
here.
gotta give yourself some grace. Cause I know
Facts.
I feel like that too. Like, and
Right.
I'll be like, man, like my list still long. Like I feel unproductive. I tell
Right.
my friends like every so often, like, man, I've been feeling real unproductive the past few days. But although I'm handling things,
Right.
I'm like, man, I still need this, and that. Then it'll just be like, yo, chill. Like you ain't gotta handle it all in one day.
Right.
So give yourself a little grace. It's okay.
You know what's funny about that is dope conversation, and I had this conversation yesterday. That's why I took up gardening, because you can't force anything. Like, you plant and you have to wait.
You gotta wait for the oranges to pull
You
up.
got to wait. You
Yeah.
you can't do anything extra but make sure it's attended to, and that only takes a little bit of time. Sometimes you need to sit down for a minute to
Mm-hmm.
recollect, to reset, to rethink, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes your roots need to go a little bit deeper, and that takes a little bit of time, especially when, like I said, when you're hustling, you got these thoughts processing in you, and sometimes you need your roots taken a little deeper. So in those spaces, sometimes God will just allow you to rest for a little bit, and sometimes we have to allow that peaceful space to happen to us, because that could be our the thing that probably helps us in the long run, that little bit of rest instead of that burnout that we get to experience because we keep going and going and going. And so I'm grateful for that. Sometimes God just sits me down and I can't do nothing but wait on him. And it's like, when you when you talk this faith walk, sometimes you believe everything's supposed to happen the way you want it to happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just in a waiting phase. You can't do
It's
nothing
God's
but just
timing.
sit there and chill. Facts.
Hey, I just want God to transfer all the running around my mind does to the cardio to my body.
She said she want credit for that. She
I
want
want a
credit
little
for that.
credit, a little back pay.
Right.
That's all I want, God.
That's a little bit. That's a
Just
little
a
bit.
little bit, God.
He comes through. He comes through. He comes through.
All right, put it out there.
He
All
come
right.
through. It's already done. It's
Mm,
already done.
it's on
I
the
told you
way.
that. It's already done.
But I think part of what you all just said is, I think, a sticking point that people need to recognize is rest is part of the process. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
in order for you to be effective, like, you have to get some rest. As we mentioned earlier, like, you
Mm-hmm.
can't be a person who is, depending on your brain power to come up with these great ideas or to maintain business if you're not getting
Hmm.
enough sleep, you're not getting enough rest, you're groggy, you're cloudy, you know what I'm saying, in the
Yep.
brain, and it's going to affect your decision making. And you got to look at it like this: like, when you have people running a race, or main thing, NASCAR driving. That's the
Right.
example I want to use.
Right.
Every so often they get it, they have to go to the pit, right? They have
Gotta
to
go
go
to the
get the
pit.
tire
Hmm.
change. They have to, get some refuel or whatever the case may be. They need it, right? That's the
Facts.
same thing you have to go through in life, especially if you hustling. You trying to be at the top of your game. You can't be at the top of your game and you ain't had a pit stop. You got to have some pit stops here and
Yeah.
there, and your pit stop has to be on point, because you don't want to be, a halfway pit stop and come out of there and they only put on two tires, because
Right.
eventually, guess what? You're gonna have a blowout. And I'd rather take that extra time to make sure
Yeah.
that I take the rest and get what I need to get done than have a blowout and be done. Because you have
Yeah.
people out there, like I said earlier, who talking about, well, I'll sleep when I'm dead. That time
Well,
might come
dead is
sooner
coming.
than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sooner than you think. You bringing it closer
Yeah.
expeditiously.
Yeah,
Can't do
by
it
not
all, man.
sleeping.
You gotta sleep,
Yeah.
you gotta eat too, man. Cause sometimes look, I go and I call it fasting, I guess, whatever. I won't eat till like 12, 1 o'clock because I've been so busy all morning and then I realize
Yeah.
like dang, I ain't ate yet.
Well,
Like,
Well,
but
that's
that's
sometimes
good
that's
though.
good.
Yeah,
but that's
I
that's
ain't gonna
okay.
lie
good.
But
to
I'm
you.
saying, just don't make sure that you are paying attention to those
Right.
things.
Yeah.
Because you get up in the morning, the first thing you put in your system is some more food. You ain't even flushed out what you
Yeah,
had.
no,
So they teach you drink some water or do
I was
the
gonna say, I give
intermittent
me a nice
fasting.
ice water is fire in the morning. I mean, I know you're
Yeah,
supposed to drink it at room temp, but I don't care about
yeah.
that right now.
Yeah. She like, I don't care. Like, forget that. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? Let's not lose sight, right? The hustle does matter,
It
right?
Facts.
does.
But discipline
Right.
matters, consistency matters, work ethic matters. Nothing
Yeah,
gets built without effort. So the question is, though, at what cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this going to cost you? Yes, if you are successful, you will have to sacrifice some things, right?
facts.
You will have to sacrifice some sleep at
That's just a
times.
fact.
You
Mm-hmm.
will have to sacrifice family time at times. You
Mm-hmm.
will have to sacrifice time with your friends
Trips.
and yeah, trips and all this
Trips.
stuff
Wait,
because
what?
You
because you know
will. When I
what
get ready to go into this nursing program in a minute.
yeah, because for a
Uh,
period of time, like you
there
got
you
to
go.
lock into whatever you working on. You don't have time for anything outside of
And they be
Dang,
strict
man.
on certain schedules, so there's certain things you can't do.
Dang,
Work, you
that.
trying to
man.
get promoted. Go ahead and keep be missing and get put on a written for your attendance. You ain't going nowhere. You gotta
Uh,
be at work. Friends gonna have to wait.
man. Shout
Yeah.
out
Yep.
to the psychology courses I'm trying to finish up, man. But listen, yeah, I don't know. Thank God for remote work. I could do this. Ain't got to be.
But that's the thing.
Ain't
When you're
got-
trying to elevate, and you trying to you gotta some stuff you can't be remote. You gotta show up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true. It's very
So
true.
there's just different requirements for certain things, and they are going to require you to say no to events, friends, family,
To the
kids.
trip?
Yeah.
To the
And
trip?
guess what? That's when you're gonna learn about your circle.
Yeah.
That you
I'm gonna
practice.
see. I have my
Facts.
wife take one of the classes.
This
Okay, we
guy.
not there. There goes the scamming. Oh Lord,
That man said he got a scam in his spirit. It's just bubbling over.
Man, can you take this
man.
class? Can you take this class for me today?
That man said he gonna hit TD Jakes. Have you ever been
They were like, so you
scammed?
was failing all
Yeah,
the way up to this
Have you
class.
ever been scammed? Not swallowed. We ain't gonna do that here at the fire
yeah,
station.
yeah. I thought you. Yeah, I
Have
was
you
to say,
ever
don't
been
go there.
scammed?
Have you
You know
ever
what I'm
been
saying?
scammed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we hey, lead at the Diddy. Lead at the
Yeah,
Diddy.
yeah. No,
Hey, facts. Mm.
you
All
cold.
right.
You're cold.
All right, man. But all right, so if you build a success, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna lose some peace, right? You're gonna lose some things around you
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
of you being busy, you being locked in, you being focused, but is losing your peace. Your health is, not where it needs to be in relationships, what it not needs to be. Couldn't that really be considered success though? Right? Because to me, success means that you're good on all fronts to
Right.
be truly successful, right?
Yeah.
That means you're handling your business, but you're in good health. You're locked in with your family, and you got some peace. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
To me, that's what true success really looks like. Do y'all agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I agree because there's got to be the end goal. If you never reaching that. If your
Hmm.
goal is to be able to breathe,
Hmm.
afford, enjoy, and take trips, and you're only seeing half of that because you ain't enjoying or you don't find peace. Like me, I'm at a good 75%, 80%. I'm still a little overexerted in the area, but I take trips. I can live the way I desire. Certain things that I got, like I do enjoy all of that. The friends and circle that I got, everything is everything. But I am
Right.
definitely doing way more than I need to. So as soon as
Right.
I get
Right.
that one, and I'm working on that one because I got the things that I'm doing to get that
Right.
necessary, so I can slow down in those areas, and then I feel like cool. But it
Yeah.
all the way on all throughout, I'm still talking to God and thanking God because I am thankful to be where I am. But like you said,
Right.
if you can't really fully have all of that like I'm 80, but I'm not to where I really want to be fully because I
Right.
I need to be able to just chill and have that little bit of calmer life. So no, I don't feel like I'm fully where I want to be at. There's no way until I'm able to enjoy all of it.
I would agree with you, Ken, because I met a lot of people, man. A lot of successful people, and kids wild, got a lot of bread, got a successful
Mhm.
company. Family don't like them, wife don't like them. Like you for that bread, but don't I ain't really fooling with you. Like see your son, daughter don't really mess with you. But you're successful though. You got that bread, and really they're just waiting for you to pass because they know the will is in their name and all of that type. I've seen a lot of that, man. And that was one of the things that made specific hustles not that attractive to me. Like I can even my own personal family, like the way they went about doing a specific type of hustle and what it cost us and what it cost me, I was like, man, I don't think I ever want to be in that space. You get what I'm saying? Because you could go get it, but what are you going to go get, and what's the means of how you're going to go get it?
Yeah.
And when you start having grandbabies and grandkids, and you GPA, and they look at you a specific way, I'm like, man, I want it to be healthy and well off. You get what I'm saying? So that my grandkids can be around me. I can enjoy them. They can enjoy me. My health as well. My blood pressure ain't high, so I ain't hollering at them because I got hypertension pulling up. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really want these young kids around. You ain't got no energy, but you know these young kids, they got all this energy. You get what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be able to kind of chill with them and be cool with them a little bit. But to be in that space and not be healthy and not be mentally sound, I don't know. I just never wanted to sacrifice that much of me to have, a bunch of money in my pocket. It just never was attractive to me because I saw what it did to a lot of people. So this wasn't my cup of tea.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. So, I mean, I think my next question is gonna roll good with this because you mentioned the gentleman and his family liking the things that he provided,
Hmm.
but not really liking him. So, have you ever tied your self worth to how productive you are, Trisha Michelle?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't give a specific that I can think of, but I know for sure I have. Like we
Yeah.
for sure from either youth being in sports or just, coming up trying to work, getting first into the work world, like up to now, like it's all if especially when you are looking at things and if you had this
Hmm.
car or that house or that, then that means that. And I had an auntie that drove a G-Wagon before I knew it was a G-Wagon. And I was like, yo, whatever lifestyle she got, like, that's what I need.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, her house is fire. I see the Mercedes here. I see this. I see that. Like, I don't know what this box car is, but this one dope. Like, I'm like, I like all of it. Like, I need to get there. And so I equated like if I wasn't living a certain way, then I'm not it. I'm not there. I'm not like, and I grew. I needed to learn what I was okay with and what lifestyle I wanted. But you do find yourself like trying to at some point throughout life till you grow and learn that it ain't. I mean, some people don't grow to that, but if
Yeah.
you grow and realize that your self worth ain't all built off of what you are trying to be or being like anyone else, or just because you haven't made it here doesn't mean that you aren't worth anything. Right there, you're still on the way, but you still have all these other things that you have accomplished. That's the other thing. You always want to look back because we get lost in trying to get to the goal. We don't look at what we have accomplished or done
Hmm.
throughout the time to get there and be thankful for those things or give ourselves that pat on the back because we are worth something because we definitely achieved a lot of things still. So
Hmm.
yeah, I've
Facts,
been there.
facts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, I do this, but I try not to. And like you
Mhm.
all was saying earlier with the things that I'm doing, like I'm doing a lot, but
Hmm.
I try not to tie my self-worth to that, right? To
Right,
Yeah.
me being
right.
productive and doing all these things because I'm trying to stay humble, right? And as
Fact.
I get better at these things and more things start to happen for me, I want to be grateful. I want to be thankful and remain who I am through these things and the success that could come with these things, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will look at it and they ask, okay, so the movies are they coming out in theaters? I'm like, no, they're probably gonna go straight to YouTube or they're probably gonna go straight to Tubi. But a lot of people will look at that and say, oh, that ain't
That ain't
nothing.
nothing. Right, right.
But what are you
Yeah.
doing? but what are you doing,
Hey,
right?
facts. Them same people be on that couch doing absolutely nothing,
You know what I'm
hoping and a
saying?
dreaming
Right.
and a wishing.
But here's the crazy part, though. There are people who are on these great TV shows and great movies that we watch, and they had to start somewhere. They
Facts.
had to have a starting point, and you're never too old. Um, we we
Dang,
talk
yeah.
about we talk about Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman started in TV when he was in his late 30s, almost 40. I laugh all the time because a young dude asked me the other day, he said, OG, you seem like the type of person that would listen to Conway and Griselda. I said, yeah, I listen to Conway and Griselda. I said, I listen to Conway and Griselda
Right.
every day. Pretty much. He said, yeah, them old dudes. I said, but that's crazy, right? If people don't know what we're talking about, there's a group of rappers, Conway, Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, is Griselda Records, and they're a group of older guys, late 30s, early 40s, but they're very popular right now. And they
Right.
selling a lot of records and making a lot of money. And they just really got popping over the past
Facts.
maybe 5 years or the past decade for Westside Gun, but past five
Right.
years, like since the pandemic for Conway and Benny the
Right.
Butcher, and they old guys, but they continue to work, continue to push until they got there. And sometimes I think when we're out here, giving our best and hustling when we're young, we don't get the results that we wanted. So we just quit. We just give up on
Yeah.
ourselves and we don't continue to work. And that's one thing that I promised myself I would not do. If I get the opportunity to start doing these things at whatever level it is, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the opportunity to do it, to learn the processes, and be involved and enjoy the journey. And
Yeah,
if it
you
takes me
should.
to something bigger and better, cool. But if not, I'm okay with being a SoundCloud rapper. I'm okay with being I'm okay with being the Tubi guy, the guy that's on
Right.
all the Tubi movies. Oh, I saw you was on that movie. Yeah. They had shot that gun and they went around that tree. I was wondering how y'all did that. Yeah. So we did
Hey,
it with
Yeah.
but you see
AI.
me.
Chat
You see me.
we did it with Chat GPT.
Right. Right.
It was like, but not but
It was
nah, but see,
lightweight. Put a little couple
yeah,
prompts.
yeah,
Right.
a couple little props, you know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with the efforts that I put in, and I don't let people downplay them, right? Because people will play in your face. People will
Man,
try to
that little movie.
the little jabs, and
Eh,
That little.
even with the show, people have come to me. You still doing that little podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. We still doing it. Episode 230. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't take offense to it because I don't let people I guess put me in a box,
Right.
right?
yeah.
Or whatever you think of it, that's fine. But let's have a conversation. Let's get you motivated and see what you're doing. And it's not a
Mhm.
shot at them to say, well, I'm trying to balance it. I'm trying to measure, what I'm saying, what I'm doing versus what you're doing. No, that's my job. That's what we like to do here. We like to motivate people. We like to bring people along with us on the journey because as
Yeah,
as, as successful as we become, we want the people around us. We want the people that listen to the show to gain from what we gain from. If we got access
Facts.
to people, to information, we try to share it with y'all
for
because
sure.
you know what I'm saying, we want y'all to be successful too. And sometimes if you become even more successful than us, you know what? That's a plus. Because if you become successful and you say, you know what, I learned a lot by listening to that show, that's all I need. That's all I need to
That's
hear.
dope.
Is the fact that you glean something from this show that help you get to the next level, and that's with anybody, right? So I'm excited about the future for all of us, what we're doing, the work that we put in on all levels. And yeah, we all have our personal lives and we all work, regular jobs and things of that
Mhm.
nature. But you know what? I think we're doing an amazing job. I think we all deserve a pat on the back for the work that we're putting
You
in
know?
and the hustle that we, you know what I'm saying, push through every day. And you know what? We got to get our rest. We got to get our rest. I'm gonna remind y'all. I'm gonna be checking in.
I'll
I'm gonna
probably be
say, did
asleep.
y'all get some rest? Did y'all get some rest?
I'm I'm telling you straight up right now. After 6, my body waking up anyway, so I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah,
So
you
And
do
that's what's
good,
up. And that's what's up. So Benji, do you tie your self-worth to how productive you are? Because I know you do a lot of stuff too.
man.
I would say yeah, because I'm a again, I pride myself on finishing stuff. And so I guess it's kind of a mix in between because I'm confident because I accomplish stuff. Like I've had to make things happen for myself. So that's kind of where my confidence comes from. And but I don't think I've ever really said to myself, if you don't accomplish that, you ain't worth nothing. Um, but I will say again, because I'm this goal-oriented type of guy, like if I believe if God gives me something, like I gotta finish it, I gotta get it done. And so I kind of put myself in that category, in that space. And I talk to myself in that, like I got that done, like I finished that. Because I think as you get older and you start to be an influence to others, you realize they need to see something positive in you because they're seeing a lot of stuff out there. And again, there's millions of ways to hustle. But when they see you, oh, I finished school, like I got my bachelor's
Mhm.
degree, or I did that, or I finished my degree in ministry because I'm in those spaces. So a lot of the young kids want to say, hey, OG, like you were saying, Ken, did you finish? Did you go to seminary? Did you do this? Yeah, man, I was doing that when I was 19, 20, 21 years old. Like, oh, you did? And it brings up a conversation and it sparks a new kind of thought process in a young kid who may be thinking about doing it. But because I finished it, I accomplished it, I done it, it just gives to me like a talking point for a lot of people to influence. But I would say ultimately, man, yeah, I like finishing stuff. So if I put my hands on it and I didn't finish it, like it's like a bummer to me.
Yeah.
Like I failed at that, so to speak. And sometimes that hits me different sometimes because that's kind of how I built myself up in finishing things, getting things done. And that's why I talk so loud and confident and brash sometimes because I know I can get it done. And if I don't get it done, it kind of be like, dang, I didn't finish that. So that's kind of me in that space.
Totally understandable, man. I think a lot of times we don't give ourselves the credit that is due.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another thing we have to refocus on is it's okay to pat yourself on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I
Give
just I
yourself a
just
high
gave us
five.
accolades as a group, but as yourself, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You gotta look in the mirror some days and be like, you know what? I did that today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amen.
I was very successful today. That self-talk is important.
It
God and
is.
I
Self-talk
got
is
that thing
definitely
done.
important.
I
Yeah.
for sure be like, "Ooh, I had a good productive day today." Shoot.
Yeah. Even if the people in your house think you crazy, be like, "What? You talking to yourself?"
Oh,
Yes,
I
I
talk to
am.
myself. They used
Yes,
to it.
I am.
They better not ask
Yeah.
who. Just be happy it ain't. I ain't talking to you because I probably got something to say to you.
You didn't give me now 1 ounce of water while I was on this journey. Yeah, don't you now. But yeah,
But
but man, that's dope though, man, to be able to look at yourself and say, I accomplished that. To me,
yeah,
that's a different
Yeah.
feeling for me. And if you coming again from the spaces like I've come from, like that's like a proud moment. Like
Mhm.
it's a dope moment for you. And I guess I take a little bit of pleasure in that I did some stuff that a lot of people said I wouldn't do. So I like
Mhm.
proving people wrong too. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I love that.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's my fuel right there. Oh, you said, oh, okay, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I like
That's a
that.
fact. That's a fact. Well,
Sometimes that's a little more motivating than the hustle.
you know
That is a
what?
fact.
You right. You right. I can't lie. With some of the stuff I'm doing, I like I said, I've had people that downplay some of the stuff that I said I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it today. I made a
Uh-huh.
post on Facebook. I had a list of things that I wanted to do many
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and this was before the pandemic that I had on my phone. And I wanted to be in a book, I wanted to be in a movie, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to start my own podcast, a radio show. All those things I've been able to accomplish,
Yeah, yeah.
and more.
Let them
You know what I'm
know. Let them
saying?
know. It's the
Like
classic.
it may not be on the level of which some people think, but that's
But I got
my,
it
my
done.
my story ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had to start somewhere. So I think with the skill set that I have, I mean, I can elevate
Right.
way higher than what I am. So, and I
For
think I
sure.
just got to put in the work, and God's
Yeah.
got to see that I'm serious about this blessing, and I'm gonna make, you know what I'm saying, good use of the abilities and the skill set that He blessed me with. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that I do those things. But as we get ready to wrap up, I just wanted to remind people that burnout doesn't always look dramatic. So
Right.
Yeah.
be careful with that, because sometimes it's just no motivation, no energy, no joy in what you used to love.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be overlooked at times because you feel like, oh, I'm just working, I'm just doing these things, going through the day-to-day, motions, and you get lost in the sauce, as they say. So you just you don't even realize it until you're too far gone. So you're still working, but you're not present.
Right.
That's a bad feeling. That affects everything, because it not only
Yeah.
affects you in whatever you're working in or whatever type of work you're doing, but it carries over into your home life too. So your mindset, your relationship, your purpose, and you got to be real with yourself and ask yourself this question: are you chasing your goals, or are you just running from fear, as we stated earlier?
Mhm.
So if you're running from fear, sometimes that can motivate you, but it could cause a different reaction than if you're really just chasing your goals. So you
Mhm.
have to do a self check at points, and you have to know the difference.
Right.
So sit down, write it out sometimes. As Benji used to always say, I think it's in the Bible. I'm not a Bible scholar, so don't shoot me. Um, write the vision, make it plain.
Make it
Write
plain.
it down.
Yes, sir.
Write it
Mm-hmm.
down. Write down stuff that you want to do as a constant reminder. I don't care if it's in your phone or in physical
Yeah.
paper pen. Write it down so you can see it. Maybe stick it to your bathroom mirror, or put it on the background of your phone, somewhere where you can see this all the time as a reminder. These are the things that I promised myself that I would do, and you got to work on it, because at the end
Facts.
of the day, nobody's gonna care about, what I'm saying, your hopes and dreams if you didn't work on them, because they're not
Yeah.
gonna be trying to hear that. And and I'll say this too. I've been talking about this a lot because I saw this on another podcast, and they were saying basically in 100 years from now, um, somebody's gonna be living in your house, somebody's gonna be riding your car, all your cars
Yeah.
gonna be in the junkyard, your house is gonna be rubble because they knocked it down and built another one on top of it. Um, will your great grandchildren know your name? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Will people even know you existed? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And for us, I can say that, hey, I put stuff out there in the world where my grandchildren, my great grandchildren will be able to go to YouTube, will be able to
Yep.
go places and look up what their great grandfather did, and be able to see that I existed and I actually did something,
They could
right?
Google me.
Yeah, they could Google me. They could see that I actually existed and I actually
Mhm.
did something. And some people don't live life that way, but I refuse to be somebody who just does nothing. Who
Just
at the
poof,
end of the
I
day,
disappeared.
as the preacher says, Benji, what did you do with your dash? You know what I'm saying? What did you do with your dash, right? That
Yeah.
and for people who are not familiar with that concept, when you got a date of birth and you got a date of
Yeah.
death, and there's a
Yeah.
dash in between. That
What'd you
dash
do
is
with that?
small, but what did you do with it?
I like
Mhm.
that.
That's
I
that's
like
what
that.
matters. That's what matters. So
Yeah.
if you didn't do anything with your dash, your obituary is gonna be lackluster and it's gonna be one page because
Mm-hmm.
you
Didn't do
didn't do
nothing with your
anything.
dash, your obituary gonna be
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
Right.
But no, but seriously though, man, you have to be aware that everything that we talk about today, the hustle culture and the things that you have to be aware of, we're
mhm.
just talking about at the end of the day being effective with your time, being effective with who you are and what you choose to do with your time in your
Facts.
Yeah.
life, right? So again, we want you to be a better person. We want to be better. So in the process of us being better, we're trying to help you be better as well. That's why we're here
Yes.
at the Fiyah
Yes.
Session. We want to see you all do amazing things in this world because we're
Mhm.
trying to do them too. So,
Facts.
Right.
what I'm saying? We're trying to bring y'all on the journey with us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
All right. So talk about this subject amongst your friend groups, you know what I'm saying, when you're around your peoples and you really care about it. Have these conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about Clay and Megan Thee Stallion every day.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that's fun, we know that's entertaining, but they ain't gonna
Oh
pay your
man.
bills. They got millions of dollars. They ain't worried about you and what you think. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, maybe one day you can put the hustle in and you'll be a celebrity and people be worried about who you date. How about that?
Right. Facts.
Mhm.
All right. So Trish Michelle, talk to the people before we get up out of here. Let them know something.
Well, hey, first of all, hustle. Everybody find make some goals, obtain them, get to them, map it out, plan it out. Your hustle doesn't have to look like the next person's hustle. Doesn't mean that you ain't hustling. Like, just shoot for something. And that's crazy that you wore your cowboy shirt and I got on my Eagle shirt right now. I just
You
realized
already
that
know.
when you move. I
You
just
already know.
realized how you move. You know, I'm stuck.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, I
Uh,
mean, always shoot for something, but please rest.
yeah.
Please separate yourself. Please take your time to sit down and just reset. Like that is so I'm big on that. Even if it ain't achieving goals, as parents, you get burned out from parenting. Like and people be like, I could never leave my kids, man. F them kids. Go leave. Go do something for yourself. Because guess
Right.
what? You can't show up for nobody else if
Yes.
you are not okay. If you haven't had enough
Yeah.
sleep, if you
That's a
haven't
fact.
made sure that you are good and check on your other people. Sometimes they don't know that they burning out until somebody brings it to their attention.
Right.
So you can find me, Trisha Michelle underscore TM, all social media platforms. And of course, I'm always say it, the Fiyah Session. If you don't follow Fiyah Session and you're looking for me, then you might as well not even be looking for me.
Nice. I
I
love
mean,
that. I love that. She telling y'all about that business. She telling y'all,
that business.
listen,
Hmm.
that's what it's about. So yeah, we appreciate her as always. Like I tell people, man, we have many episodes, and sometimes Trisha Michelle is not able to be with us because she has prior engagements. But you know what? The energy just ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we enjoy
Hmm.
her every time she is here
Facts.
because we need her to balance out our ratchetry that we
Because
bring
if
about
not, you just
sometimes.
stuck listening to Benji just binge.
Well, hey, again, his name is Benji,
Binge.
so
Yeah.
I
That's what
mean,
you're supposed to do. You're supposed to binge on. Yeah.
Oh
You
Lord.
see, I like that. Binge on Benji. I like that.
No, no, no. That's
I
the
mean,
Benji be
Whoa,
binging.
whoa,
Benji be
whoa.
binging. It's not.
Binging be
Don't.
binging.
They're two different meanings.
whoa,
I mean, whoa. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Fool
yeah.
around with y'all.
All right, so Benji makes the bed and bread, man. Let him know something before we get up out of here.
Man, y'all know what? Listen, I ain't hard to find, but I'm in a lot of places. All right. You get what I'm saying? So you should know by now where you can pull up, where you can't pull up. You can't come to my house. Only a few select few, but you can come see me at, you know what I'm saying, whether it be the shop, restaurant, church, and just a multiplicity of places. All right. But if I was to leave you with one thing again, this amazing song is stuck in my spirit. It's called It's Already Done. The Anointed Pay Sisters. If you go on YouTube, make sure you find the version that's got that little Mary J. Blige 411 bop to it. All right. Don't get the version that's regular. You know what I'm saying? Put the one you can put in the sound system in your car and listen to that joint. It's already done.
And if you
I
can't
ain't
find
gonna
it, inbox Benji.
and I'll send it to you. All right. And my worship team is gonna do it too. So it's gonna be fire when we do it. But like I said, man, y'all, hustle is part of who we are. I believe we gotta accomplish some things. But again, at the end of the day, how you go about doing it, and then again, what are you doing it for? I think makes a
Hmm.
huge difference. So keep be solid, man. But again, it's already done. Just gotta go get it.
Facts, facts, facts. All right, so I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. Hustle culture isn't the problem. Unbalanced hustle is the problem, right? Because when you're working hard, you should build your life, not drain it. So yes, chase your goals, chase your dreams, chase all that stuff, but don't lose yourself trying to prove something to people who aren't even living your life, right? So success without peace is just a different type of failure. That's the way you can look at it. So that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. But you already know you've been rocking with Trish Michelle, Benji Banks, and Big Ken, the Fiyah Session. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all platforms so you don't miss the next session. And remember, check on your people. Until next time, stay lit, It's the Fiyah Session. Peace.
Deuces.